Cuts across the nation have people who rely on government funding in a state of limbo, including some farmers in West Virginia. Good evening. Thanks for joining us. I'm Marilee McAuliffe. Amanda Barron is on assignment. 13 News reporter Jordan Meade joins us live in studio. And Jordan, some of those farmers say grants are what keep them afloat, but cuts by the Trump administration have them concerned.
There are West Virginia farmers who get the majority of their income actually by selling food to school districts. That's through the Farm and Schools program through the U.S. Department of Agriculture. At this time, there have been no major federal cuts to West Virginia's farm to school programs, but some farmers say it's hard to plan for the planting season with lingering uncertainty.
We milk Jersey cattle. We do everything from cheese, butter.
Trey Yates is the owner of Greenbrier Dairy.
We were selling our milk to a commodity co-op and it was bankrupting us.
So they made a change after the pandemic and decided to focus on selling to food banks and schools, he told us during the West Virginia Small Farms Conference. From
cow to school, we are touching that product. Nobody else is involved, and that's what we like about it, is we can tell the whole story. He says this makes up 98% of his business. The only way that's possible is through the Patrick Leahy Farm to School Grant Program through the USDA. It is an investment on health for our kids, and it once again helps the local economy. In West Virginia, 600 schools rely on these farm to school programs and grants, making it easier on schools to buy and serve local food. 90% of school food authorities in the state rely on this program, higher than the national average. But federal cuts and talk of grant slashes has farmers like Trey worried. If we don't have 98% of our customer base anymore to support us, those doors also lock. Not only worried about jobs, but also serving quality foods to kids. It hasn't impacted us yet, but with federal freeze on money, it's up in the air of what could happen. So it's just stalling plans that we had in place.
Now, the West Virginia Department of Agriculture actually told me that any loss of funding to the Farm to School program would hurt West Virginia schools, especially schools that provide free meals to kids in need. Now, they're hopeful that federal cuts won't hit this program, especially ahead of the spring planting and prep season. In the studio, I'm Jordan Meade for 13 News.